Hey everyone, and welcome back to Crochet for Beginners. In this video we are going to learn how to do a double crochet. Now, in the last video I did refer to it as a single crochet. That's only because that's the American terminology, and the patterns that I would work with are either American or UK, but to make it easier we're just going to stick with the UK terminology. Okay, so we're just going to continue on from the last video and we are going to chain 12. Okay, so, and again you'll see that I am holding the yarn in a different way than I recommended to you. This is because I don't know how I learned how to hold the yarn this way. This is what's comfortable for me, but obviously work with what's comfortable for you. Try out the ones that's recommended. That's the most popular way. We're just going to chain 12, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12, and because we're working with the double crochet we're just going to chain an extra, so 13. Okay, so you'll see it here just before the hook, and we're not going to insert the hook into this one, so we're going, that's what you would say if you're reading a pattern, it would say skip the stitch closest to your hook. So we're going to skip this one and we're going to go into the next one. Okay, so it'd be number 12, and we're just going to insert. So if you see there the space here, so we're just going to insert our hook into that space up near the top, and so you just insert it and you grab your yarn and you pull it back through just that space that you've went into, and you wrap your yarn around your hook, and then you'll see that you have 2 loops on your hook, and you grab the yarn and you pull through them 2 loops on your hook, and then you're left with 1, and you've created your double crochet. Okay, so you've worked this one, so now we're going to go into this one. Okay, so insert your hook and grab your yarn and pull your yarn back through, so again 2 loops on your hook, wrap your yarn around and pull through the 2, so then you're left with 1 loop on your hook. Okay, so we're just going to go into this next one again, so insert your hook, grab your yarn and pull through, wrap your yarn around and pull through the 2 loops. Now sometimes what I see happening is a lot of people are kind of going into the same stitch again, and then you end up like this cluster of stitches here, and then you're kind of wondering why you're not getting any further forward. So if you kind of stretch it a wee bit, so you'll see that you've created a stitch in this one. Okay, and then you'll see this one there's nothing, so then you know then that this is the next one that you go into. Okay, so again insert your hook and bring the yarn back, wrap your yarn around and pull through the 2. Okay, so let's keep going with this a wee second, and if you need anything, you know, if you want to ask me anything, just put it into the wee comment section if you want to see it slowed down, or just anything if it's, you know, if it's confusing you. So we'll just keep going. Okay, so this is you just creating your double crochets, so insert and okay, so, and don't worry that it's kind of going a wee bit twisted. It does that until you start creating more stitches. Okay, so now we're just coming to the last one here, so sometimes it can be a wee bit hidden, but just as long as you count, you're counting your stitches to make sure that this is the 12th, and then you just insert your hook and grab your yarn, pull back through, wrap your hook and pull through the 2. Okay, so that is your first row done, and then what we are going to do now is we're going to chain 1. Okay, and then we're going to turn our work, so this is going to be your next row. Okay, now so when you chain it, it keeps it straight for you as well, and then you also, it makes it easier to see your first space that you're going to be working into. Okay, so because you've done your double crochet, you're going to see these lovely V's, okay, down here. So in the previous row we were working into just 1 strand. Okay, so what you're going to do now is you're going to go into the 2, so you're going to go right underneath these 2. Okay, and then you'll see this wee V and it'll be on your hook. Okay, so in underneath the V and grab your yarn and pull the yarn back underneath. Okay, and wrap your yarn around again, just the same like before, 2 loops on your hook and you grab your yarn and you pull through the 2. Okay, so again, going to go into the next space, underneath the 2, grab your yarn and pull back, yarn over and pull through the 2. Okay, and again, just going to go, keep continuing this, just underneath the V, grab the yarn, wrap the yarn around and pull through the 2. Okay, and again, yarn and okay, so underneath, just make sure the 2 is there, grab your yarn, pull it back, yarn and pull through the 2. Okay, so you're just going to continue this again until you get to the end of the row, and if it helps to count, just to make sure you don't miss a stitch or go into the same one, because it can be easily done. So if you just look and you'll see that this is completed and this is unworked. Okay, so again, just going through, grab your yarn and okay, and then grab your yarn. Okay, now sometimes this wee end one can be a bit tricky just because it's a wee bit curved, so just sometimes you have to just give it a wee wiggle and grab the yarn, okay, and wrap the yarn around and pull through. Okay, so again, just making sure you count your stitches so you're not missing one or adding one, or it just helps to kind of keep on track. Okay, so again, we're just going to chain 1 and turn. Okay, so I'm just going to just do one more. So again, this is the first one here. So again, underneath the 2, grab your yarn and pull through the 2. Okay, so I'll just keep going a wee second. So what I recommend is that you maybe do 10 rows if you can, just so that you are, because there's so many wee steps, like you have to just make sure you are aware of your stitches and count them as you go, so you know that you are getting the same stitches all along, that you're not missing any or going into extra ones. And once you get your 10 rows, what I would do is I would fasten off then. So I'll just show you how you would fasten off. So once you get to your, just pretend like we've got to the end row, right? So I'm just going to cut the yarn just a little bit here, okay, and then you're going to chain, but what you're going to do is then you're just going to pull it right through, okay, and tie it, and then that makes sure that your yarn doesn't unravel. Okay, so then what I would do is when I get your 10 rows done, then I would make a wee note and I would say like that as your double crochet, so then you know then that you have practiced your double crochet and you know what it looks like, and just like a wee stitch library. So hopefully that helps, and again, if you have any questions, any comments, just put them down below. And also, if you want to see any more videos, I would love for you to subscribe so that I can keep going. Thank you for watching, and we will do another video soon.